the happy world of 5FM Radio, your adult contemporary radio station in Zambia, connecting you to the newsmakers and events that make news in the global village.
Good evening. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. 60th Republican President of Zambia, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, has died. KBF gives Attorney General 14 days ultimatum to withdraw Bill number 7. And World Bank U-turn ends loan ban to Uganda over gay rights. This bulletin is also live on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie Banda. 60th Republican President of Zambia, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, has died at the age of 68 following an illness. The former head of state, who has been receiving specialized treatment in South Africa, died today on Thursday, 5th June 2025, at Medforum Hospital in Pretoria, South Africa. Chawama Member of Parliament Tasila Lungu Mwansa, who is a daughter to former President Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, confirmed the development. In meantime, lawyer to the family Makebi Zulu also confirmed the demise of the former leader. Before ascending to presidency from 26th January 2015 to August 24th, 2021, the late former president served as PF Chawama Member of Parliament before appointed as Justice and Defense Minister, respectively. Following President Sata's death, who was the 5th president, in October 2014, President Lungu was adopted as the candidate of the Patriotic Front in a controversial convention of the Patriotic Front in Kabwe for the January 2015 presidential by-election, which was to determine who would serve out the remainder of Sata's term. President Lungu, however, lost power to now his successor, the 7th president, Hakainde Hichilema.
It is with profound sorrow that we announce the passing of His Excellency, Dr. Edgar Chagwa Lungu, 6th President of the Republic of Zambia, who departed this morning at 06 hours at Medforum Clinic, a center in South Africa. My father, President Lungu, had been under medical supervision in recent weeks. His condition was managed with dignity and privacy, with support from all well-wishers. In this moment of grief, we invoke the spirit of one Zambia, one nation, the timeless creed that guided President Lungu's service to our country. In time, the nation will be involved to be informed of other arrangements. Thank you. God bless you.
We wish the Lungu family a heartfelt condolences and may the soul of former President Edgar Lungu rest in peace. The National Assembly of Zambia has disclosed that the fourth session of the 13th National Assembly, which adjourned sine die on Friday, 28th March 2025, will resume on Tuesday, 10th June 2025. The meeting, which is referred to as the adoption of committee reports, is the third meeting on the parliamentary calendar and is primarily focused on consideration of committee reports by various committees of the National Assembly. The acting clerk of the National Assembly of Zambia, Mrs. Loveness Mayaka, says the committee reports presented on the floor of the Assembly are subjected to debate before being adopted. Ms. Mayaka adds that the previous meeting, also known as the legislative meeting, looked at the legislative process, which saw a number of bills being passed for enactment. The acting clerk is therefore encouraging citizens and various stakeholders to take interest in the proceedings of the Assembly as it debates and adopts the reports of its various committees. Opposition Zambia Must Prosper ZMP leader Kelvin Waliafube has given the Attorney General a 14 days ultimatum to withdraw the proposed Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025, failure to which his party will effect its planned legal redress as well as massive demonstrations across the country. Speaking during a briefing in Lusaka today, Mr. Fube alleged that the United Party for National Development UPND has abrogated the constitution, citing that amendment process of Bill number 7 is in conflict with Article 7, Part D of the Zambian constitution. The opposition leader further stated that the widespread rejection of the bill by key stakeholders, including the Law Association of Zambia LAS, does not undermine the parliamentary role of passing laws but highlights the lack of legitimacy and acceptability of the proposed bill. Mr. Fube, who is a lawyer, argues that enacting Bill number 7 under the current circumstances will set a bad precedence for the country, which he claims can lead to dictatorial governance. In meantime, Mr. Fube alleged that the proposed amendment bill and the recently enacted laws such as cybersecurity are calculated moves to rig the 2026 elections.
I'm accusing the UPND, I'm accusing Aga in the HLM and his government that this Bill 10, the cyber laws, and all the laws they've enacted so far are meant to rig elections. That's the only reason they're in a hurry. That's the only reason they're going to ignore all other economic factors. The Resident Doctors Association have said we are going to withdraw labor. We can't have doctors volunteering for 2 years, giving free services.
Meanwhile, the United Party for National Development UPND says no court has the authority to halt a constitution-making process that is being carried out in accordance with existing constitution and legislative provisions. UPND Media Director Maxim Uwe says the remarks by the Zambia Must Prosper leader Kelvin Waliafube are not only legally unfounded but verge on an abuse of the judicial process. The Zambia police are investigating a matter involving abandonment of a baby in Lusaka's Mtendere East compound. According to the police, Mtendere police station received a report from Sharon Muvanga, age 37, of unknown house number in Mtendere East, who reported that her younger sister, female Claire Muvanga, aged 35 years, of the same area, gave birth yesterday, June 4th, 2025, between 11 hours and 15:30 hours. Police Public Relations Officer Ray Hamonga said Ms. Mwanga received a call from her neighbor, female Anna Chila, aged 33 years, of Mtendere East, who assisted her sister during the delivery. However, Ms. Muranga identified the blanket used to wrap the abandoned baby as belonging to her household and confirmed that her sister, Claire Muranga, did not have a baby in her possession this morning.
The child was briefly admitted and has since been taken to a safe home by the Department of Social Welfare, where he is currently receiving care. We are making an earnest appeal to members of the public. If anyone has information that may assist in identifying the mother or guardian of the abandoned child, please come forward. You may report in person at McCain Police Station or any nearest police station. We take this opportunity to remind the public that abandoning a child is a serious offense.
Apologies for playing a wrong clip. And in other news trending this evening, United Party for National Development UPND consultant Oliver Shalala has stated that the position announced by Law Association of Zambia President Lungisani Zulu calling for the withdrawal of Constitution Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025 does not represent the collective view of the association. Medical for Quality Healthcare in Zambia, MQH, called for President Hakainde Hichilema's intervention in the recent decision by resident doctors to withdraw their voluntary medical services in public health facilities.
Up next, the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
As the world moves towards lower emissions, fuel efficiency, and sustainable mobility, BYD Zambia has officially launched the BYD Shark 6, the country's first plug-in hybrid electric vehicle. BYD Zambia country manager Namwinga Namusamba observes that the development is a celebration of technological advancement and environmental responsibility. Ms. Namusamba underscores the importance of electric and hybrid vehicles in reducing carbon footprints while enhancing driving efficiency. This came to light during a media launch in Lusaka held under the theme Driving Innovation, Powering the Future. She states that the Shark 6 is not just a car but a statement explaining that the PHEV combines the strength of a conventional engine with the efficiency of electric power, setting a new standard for sustainable mobility in Zambia. She reveals that since then, the company has invested over 3 million United States dollars, spearheaded by managing directors Tu and Angelica Anderson, to establish a strong foundation for electric vehicle innovation. Ms. Namusamba adds that the launch of the Shark 6 marks a major milestone in this journey.
We are proudly showcasing the Dolphin 803 and the Seal models, which you'll get an opportunity to have a see when we get downstairs. Each represents a leap forward in design, performance, and sustainability. However, today's spotlight is on the newest member of our family, our flagship vehicle, the BYD Shark 6.
Ends the business news.
5FM Radio Business News. We mean business. Keep you current in commerce, trade, and industry, local and global. It's our business to keep you informed about business.
And in foreign news, the World Bank says it is lifting a ban on loans to Uganda that it had put in place 2 years ago when the country passed a draconian new law against LGBTQI people. In 2023, Uganda voted in some of the world's harshest anti-homosexual legislation, meaning that anybody engaging in certain same-sex acts can be sentenced to death. Since then, hundreds of people have been evicted from their homes, subjected to violence, or arrested because of their sexuality, according to Uganda's Human Rights Awareness and Promotion Forum. But the World Bank says it is confident that new mitigation measures will allow it to roll out funding in such a way that does not harm or discriminate against LGBTQI people. And in sports news, England manager Sarine Weigman says there is no crisis despite a chaotic 10 days, which has seen 3 high-profile senior players either retire from international football in the build-up to Euro 2025 or withdraw from the tournament. Weigman named a 23-player squad on Thursday for the tournament in Switzerland, which starts on 2nd July, where England are defending champions. She will be without goalkeeper Mary Earps and midfielder Frank Kibe, who have both retired from international football, while defender Millie Bright, who captained the side to the World Cup final in 2023, withdrew from selection to focus on her mental and physical well-being. And now, the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy. Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
A moderate, cool and moist airflow from southeast is covering most parts of Zambia, but tending to reduce moist towards the western parts of the country, leading to partly cloudy, windy at times, and mild to warm. Weather conditions over the eastern parts of the country, while the rest of the country will be mainly sunny, windy at times, and warm. Luapula, northern, Muchinga, and eastern provinces, few clouds, windy at times, and cool. Northwestern, western, southern, Lusaka, Copperbelt, and central provinces, mainly clear, windy at times, and cool. Ends our weather report, and that item brings us to the end of the news part. Before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. 60th Republican President of Zambia, Edgar Chagwa Lungu, has died at the age of 68 following an illness. Opposition Zambia Must Prosper ZMP leader Kelvin Waliafuve has given the Attorney General a 14 days ultimatum to withdraw the proposed Amendment Bill 7 of 2025, failure to which his party will effect its planned legal redress as well as massive demonstrations across the country. And finally, the World Bank says it is lifting a ban on loans to Uganda that it had put in place 2 years ago when the country passed a draconian new law against LGBTQI people. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the Happy World of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Banda.